Okay. Six Nations starts tomorrow. My dark horses are the Irish. I'm not saying they're the favourites, but I'm saying this is the most open Six Nations I think we've possibly ever had, with the amount of injuries and suspensions that some teams have, and the fact that other teams are very inexperienced. And the French are just a separate video on their own. They really are a separate video for their own reason. But I believe the Irish are my dark horses. They have a very balanced side. They haven't made wholesale changes. They've got some young, inexperienced players, a couple of debutants in there, including Jordan Larimore. I've done a video on. They're my side to watch. They've recently beaten the All Blacks. They were criticised the last couple of years for not scoring enough tries when they could and having a blunted attack at times. But I think with these new young players coming in, the Larimore group as I'll call them, and Schmidt now establishing his mind that he's getting ready for a World Cup. Then in the second half of the World Cup cycle now, these players got to put their hands up and get themselves established. They've got a production line of youth in Ireland that they seem to slot right in very well. The four provinces are doing quite well. And Connacht as well. It's important that the Connacht that was considered the crap province where no one wanted to play for have suddenly come into their own and becoming far more competitive in the Pro 14. Used to be the Pro 12, obviously. That has helped the Irish side as well, having a fourth province that can actually compete rather than just three, and then the other one where everyone wants to score 20, 30, 40 points a game against them. It took them a while, but they got there. So domestically, the Irish rugby is looking a bit rosy. And Tommy Bowe's bowing out. Jordan Larimore's coming in. So out with the old, in with the new at the right time. They're transitioning, but they've gone under the radar. They haven't been surrounded by controversy of selection. They're not decimated by injury and suspension like other teams. There are a few fitness wobbles, like Cronin, for example, is not 100% at prop, and Devon Toner's on the bench for the first game. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. It gives these young players a chance to shine, and they're playing against a very unknown quantity in France. What French team will turn up? They don't have a skills coach. That is a video for itself. The other nations, England, Wales, Scotland and Italy. Italy and Scotland are developing new tactics. Italy's got a full strength team. They've got no injuries to worry about, no suspensions, which is amazing considering that every other team is decimated in some way, shape or form. And they've got O'Shea, and he's trying to get a new style of rugby to play. He's trying to balance their game more, and they're trying to develop the club game. And we've got to give them time. The Scots, again, the way they played in the autumn, they've sort of worked. They're working with the new system under Gregor Townsend. It's more exciting, more quick pace, not so lethargic and structured. It's a bit more unstructured in taking quick line outs and thinking on your feet. Basically playing like the French used to play in the 80s and 90s, ironically. The Welsh had a similar style game plan in a couple of games in the autumn, and they've got to refine it. And of course, the English have been decimated as well. The Welsh and English, I feel so sorry for Eddie Jones and Warren Gatland. Their squads have been decimated with injury and suspension, absolutely decimated. That's why I think the Irish are my dark horses. They're getting under the radar by being quiet, not controversial, getting a bit of youth and experience, balancing attack, balancing defence, the way they play the game. They won't necessarily win the tournament. They're not the outstanding favourites, but they're my dark horses because they're just going under the radar at the moment. But we'll have to see how the first round of matches go. Obviously, it's the one game I'm going to miss this weekend because I'm out against the French, and that's going to be interesting to watch the highlights of that. I will be watching the highlights of that. I will definitely be up for watching the highlights of that and see how they actually did against the French. And I will be following on the old Twitter and the old BBC Sport website when I'm at an ice hockey match. I will be keeping tabs with how the game is going, and I'll do a video on the French in due course. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, post your comments below, and I'll have some more videos for you soon.